Hey guys, welcome to a new game that I thought we should try. As you can see by the title, many of you either might recognize this or might not. Whether that may be, this game is called Sheltered. I think I'm gonna play it, so just see how it goes. So we're gonna start a new game. Okay, so we can customize our family. I think I'm gonna randomize this time. Before usually I'll end up handcrafting each character, but I feel like that's a little cheesy, so we'll just randomize. Okay, so we got Laura. So optimistic, violent. We need a man. David, well-rounded. Got it. So, okay, I don't care what my kids are. Well, they're not really my kids, but they're the kids of this family, so, I think I'm gonna make them both guys. Not to be sexist here, but hey. I just feel like the guys have a better thing. So let's name the pet first. Let's see. What name did it give us for it? Misty. Well, I don't want to use Misty. Okay, so Rough. We'll call it Rough. I definitely don't want to use this name. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this extremely, so we're not even gonna try. Okay, that's just something we're not gonna do. We're gonna call ourselves the Dude Bros, and we're gonna have a cat because from what I've seen, now let's not play the tutorial. From what I've seen, it's extremely helpful to have a cat because it automatically will kill a rat or mice, whatever the hell they are, and we'll put that in a freezer if you have it, and it's just amazing. So okay, so let's see. So it's writing on the surface, the journal. We're alive, we only have each other now. To whomever reads this in the future, this is our hideout. Well, we're gonna call it our hideout. I know I am butchering what the thing says, but I'm not gonna read it word for word. I'm gonna make it mine. If you want to read it, read it. I mean, it's up here. But okay, so let's see. I want to get everybody automated, that way they can pretty much take care of themselves. Because this is kind of like SimCity met Fallout Shelter. It's just, I'm not a big fan of always having to micromanage people. So, okay, so we'll set up let's get basic stuff going. Let's see, what can we build? I can't, no, I don't want to build that little thing. Can we upgrade? Yes, I want someone to upgrade that and be able to get us started on a room. Now, I want to start immediately expanding because the space they give you is not a lot, but I've kind of figured out what to do from playing a little bit. I've only played a little bit of this before, so let's see. We need to get a sleeping bag up, we need to get a shower, a toilet, and the mop and bucket. We need to get all that stuff up. We do have to feed the cat. As you can see on the top right hand corner, you can see the day, how much fuel we got, how much water, how much food, and how much O2. Now, O2 is part of one of the newest updates to this, and if it actually is based on science, so the more people you have to have more oxygen in your shelter, which is kind of strange because you can have a huge shelter and only have one person, but I guess it would be able to fill it all, but by having multiple people inhale it all, so it has to produce more quicker. So I don't know the whole logic behind that. All I know is it's there now, so in order to have more people, we have to upgrade that. So I think what we're gonna work on doing is trying to get the basic necessities that I know we have to get. I don't think we're gonna recruit anybody for a little bit, maybe 1 or 2, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. In-game, not real life, in-game. I don't think we're gonna try to get anybody recruited because I just find it always hard to do because it's just another mouth you gotta feed. And I usually end up dying either not having enough water, food, or gas. I think last run that I tried doing, I ran out of gas. Yeah, I ran out of gas and we all suffocated. Wasn't good, but I'm hoping we can go further in this one. So okay, so, let's try to micromanage everybody, because when they're in the yellow, they're like moderate. So okay, they don't need it, but right now, but they can use it. But so we're just gonna hope that we can get everything pretty much done for all these guys. So let's try to set up an exhibition. No, that's not what it is. Exhibition. I don't know. Okay, don't judge me. You know, I can't say some things, and that's just one thing. Expedition. Expedition? Okay, I think I got it. I don't know, just don't judge me. Okay? I know someone's gonna judge me in the comments, but just please don't. So, let's see. You know, the reason why we want to do these is they do cost water, so be careful if you're doing this, because that's one thing is you have to have a lot of water set up. So I'm just kind of doing the places around the base. You know, we're going to take everything from everywhere we get right now because we're empty. So basically my logic is when we have empty inventory and we find a building, we loot everything. We take it all. So that way, if a trader happens to come by with something we do need, we can trade them all this useless stuff to get that item we need. So let's see. What do we need for a freezer? A hinge and a motor. Okay, so we're going to try to get that. We can build a fire extinguisher. And why I want to build a fire extinguisher is simply because I've only had 1 or 2 fires, but they are hard to put out. Because otherwise, I am pretty sure your guys will just run and pretty much throw themselves into it to put it out. So, the clipboard. Hang on, let me examine items. Okay, food. So, let's see, we got a pipe. Pretty much a lot of stuff here we're going to want in the end game. Well, not really end game, but we're going to want it right now. So let's see what's some stuff we can get rid of. Leather we can get more of from animals, so we're pretty good. Anyway, so the clipboard. Clipboard will tell you pretty much how much durability everything has. So oxygen filter has 34%. So usually when I go to the surface to repair my oxygen filter and water filter, what I'll usually end up doing is putting one person up there to fix both of them. That way I just fix them in one go. So 2 birds, 1 stone. And I'm hoping that we can try to find a weapon soon, because if we can get a weapon, I'm pretty sure there's guns in this game, because I found bullets before, but I'm not sure if there's weapons, like actually guns to fire them, or if it's just like ammo you find. But you know, we're gonna find that out. So let's see. I'm hoping we can get some cement to expand on our base, because I'm hoping to put food probably to the right of the workbench. I'm hoping to probably put food there. So as you can see, when you come back from a mission, I'm gonna call them missions. So when you come back from a mission, you increase your stats, but you also gain a little bit of trauma, which I'm pretty sure is just stress. Okay, so we can build another room. I'm going to build it to the left because I think I'm probably going to put the beds to the left, probably put the foodstuffs to the right, because cross-contamination is a thing, so that's why you don't want your toilets and stuff near your food, because then you get food poisoning. So, okay, so this dude's got sand and limestone. I think I'll just take all these switches or levers, whatever they are, and we're gonna trim some stuff. We gotta find something with the most value. Ooh, anti-radiation tablets. We'll give them 2. We can spare 2. We can spare 2. Sorry, we can spare 2 because then we can end up getting more in the long run, especially once we find one of the bigger city areas, I guess, bigger question mark fields. We can probably find a pharmacy, I'm pretty sure, which will have a lot of that kind of stuff. And even if we don't, we can end up getting more. Okay, so it looks like we got another entry in the journal. If you want to read it, it's right here on the screen. If not, well, I guess you'll just have to skip a few seconds ahead. Okay. So, it did mention something about the RV, which we do have here. I've never actually done it, but as you can see, it has all those parts we need to get. And I think I've found like 1 or 2 parts in the past, but that was like at day 50. And it's just not something realistically I have ever actually completed or thought of completing. But so we're gonna have Have her go up on the surface, fix those things. The reason why you want them in a hazmat suit is in case it rains, they don't get radiation poisoning. Because, like, right now, it's raining, so if she didn't have that suit on, she'd get radiation poisoning, and that's one thing I hate having, especially if rain happens right as my people get back, because they're not in radiation suits, and then they end up getting radiation sickness, and then I have to heal them. So now that it's raining, I have resources, I'm going to build tons of these water butts, because the more water I have, the further out I can go. So I can only build two medium and a small, which is fine. I'll probably end up getting rid of the small and getting, I think, another medium. But for now, it's fine. We'll get rid of that eventually. So far, what I found, there's no, like, upgrade button for those things. Like, you can't add whatever the difference between the small and the medium are to make a medium, like, to upgrade it. Which I feel like would be better instead of having to dismantle it or deconstruct it, rebuild it. So then, really, you waste a lot of time. It'd just be smart. We're not going to die by not adding fuel. I've had that happen to me before, is where I won't put fuel in the generator and I'll end up dead. That's not something I like doing. So we're going to set up a mission. You know, we're going to go to these big question mark fields because I usually find a lot of stuff. Now, we're not going to go too deep into it. We're just going to kind of skim it on the outside. So, gas mask. And we'll give them a pipe. So, want them to defend themselves because I'm pretty sure we can find, like, animals and people that can fight us. I'm pretty sure there's factions, and factions are nasty. Like, they raid you. But I'm pretty sure we can't find them till day 50. I'm pretty sure I didn't find them till then. So we're safe. So the game is smart. It's like, okay, this guy is starting out, so we don't want him to be in the shitstorm just yet. You know, we want him to get somewhere. You know, just kind of touch up on the base. So okay, so we got our first encounter. Okay, so it's a wolf, not what I wanted, but you know, that's fine. We're gonna attack it anyway. From what I've learned is I usually end up getting one person who is super good, like hits everything with like 10s and 12s, no matter what weapon they use, which stacks really well for like low end weapons like these pipes, which are doing like 1 and 2 for George over there. Luckily, having someone with lots of strength on this mission is great because otherwise I think George would have died. But luckily, having Laura here, who is apparently super good in strength, can beat the wolf. Now, if any of you are wondering what that bleeding is, it's like most games. If you're bleeding, you take damage over time, which is perfect because I've had some people saved before by having the enemy bleed to death. Now, they weren't very strong, but luckily they were able to make the person or thing bleed. I'm pretty sure it was a bear. And they were about to kill both my guys, and luckily it bled to death before it could. My dude bros got back to base, and they lived from that mission. But this mission here, okay, so it looks like we weren't able to survive. Dude bros in this mission were also able to survive, which is great, but they do get harder. I had an expedition once go out. I actually set it right for once. They actually went out and they died. Like, there was no chance. I think it was a bunch of faction dudes, and they killed them all. Like, it was horrific. I was pissed. I didn't play Sheltered for like 2 months after that. But okay, so we're just gonna kind of give everybody a task. That's kind of what I try to do, is to make sure everyone has no downtime, everyone's busy, keeping the shelter clean and all. Because, you know, that's something you want to do. You want to keep the shelter clean. You know, you want to have everybody doing something. You want to have everything fixed. Because if they're working, the shelter's kind of staying in a good fashion. Now, animals do run across the surface now and then. We can build a snare, but because we don't have a freezer, we are actually going to get rid of this meat, which counts as one thing of food, but we have to cook it, so we have to have a stovetop, and we also have to have a freezer to store it, which does take energy. So right now we are still on the lookout for that motor. Oh, we don't need the fuse. We'll take the duct tape, because that is one thing we need. But once we get a freezer, the cat will be able to kill any rats we get and turn that into like 1 or 2 food, which is perfect because then we no longer have to worry about getting food, which usually takes up a lot of my inventory. So then we no longer have to worry about actually having to go out and grab food. I mean, we can still grab it just in case we ever need to trade it, because it does have a value of 10 of trading. So if we have a lot of food, we can easily trade that away, because if we have deer and rabbits and whatever else are on the surface on top of our rats in here, we'll be able to pretty much be pretty sustainable in food. Water, I really have never noticed like a pattern to when it rains. All I know is that when it rains, great, because then I can have better and further and more expeditions. So it looks like we got a dude here. Hello there. Well, this is a lucky chance. Well, okay, so it looks like this dude wants us to recruit him. I'm not going to. Luckily I didn't, because look at his stats. Those aren't very good. Yeah, stats kind of matter, kind of don't. Depends on your preference. I kind of don't think they matter right now, but, you know, who knows? Maybe they do matter, and maybe I'm just being a retard. But I didn't recruit him, because, again, another mouth to feed, and I don't want another mouth to feed right now. Yeah, I do have a lot of food here, and as you can see, 12 food. But that actually goes down really, really, really quick when having 4 people plus a cat. That's 5 food. I'm pretty sure every day, maybe every 2 days, and that's not a very long time, so you do have to constantly have food storage. Like, I'm aiming for 40 food at a time. I would like to have probably 5 widgets of food for every person, so yeah, just about 40 pieces of food. That's what I'm aiming for. Not just for 4 people, because then I would never expand, because that would be a lot of food storage. But I'm, you know, aiming for a lot. I can have a lot of people, but again, we would have to upgrade our oxygen storage. No, not storage. The intake thing. The little thing at the top. You know, the oxygen filter. That's the word I was thinking, or trying to figure out. I do come in a lot of encounters the later you go. I do notice, like, at the beginning, like, your first few, you don't really find anyone or anything, because now you can find animals. But later on in the game, I do notice that there's a lot more people. Like, you come across, I would say, someone every single time you play and send somebody out. Now, the game is smart and dumb in a way, because you can't send everybody out of your shelter. Like, I guess that would be... It makes sense, because you don't want to not have your place guarded, but at the same time, it would... I mean, I don't want it to be ill like that, because then you could send everybody out and not have to ever power anything, or basically have to fix the oxygen or the water. Actually, no, you'd have to fix the water, but you wouldn't ever have to fix the oxygen, because theoretically, if you just open the doors, you could have air. I mean, temporarily, you know, you're not going to want it long time, but a little bit, you know, just a little open would allow us for air, like, for some odd reason it broke. But maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. But I see why they won't let you have everybody leave the shelter. I think in this update, you can actually have people kicked out of your shelter. I don't think any family members, and how you tell if they're family members, like where their name is, the top left, it will be red. That's a family member, and I'm pretty sure each family member is a life, so if all your family members die, you die, so you could have 20 people in your shelter, and 1 family member, and if that 1 family member dies, it's game over. I'm pretty sure I'm aggravated somewhat by it, because it's just hard to micromanage them, but at the same time, I guess they're lives, if you will. So the more people you find, because you can find family members now. Before it was just you had these 4 people, but now you can find more family members, which is great, because if you only have 1 dude who's like near death, you can get other family members or extra lives, which is great. I think we're gonna try to go for building our kitchen area, try to get that all set up, because if we can get that set up, we can actually get, I'm pretty sure, a decreased chance of getting food poisoning. You also, I'm pretty sure food poisoning works like, If the shelter's dirty, it counts like be nearing a toilet or something. Something like that. And so we are working on trying to start our kitchen. So we're going to start putting in those small pantries. I'm pretty sure they're small pantries. They're either small or medium pantries, whatever they are. They're bigger pantries than the one we have near the, like, I guess, medicine cabinet. Up on the top, as you can see, it's like got 2 shelves now. So, I don't know how deep it would go, because theoretically, you could probably fit like 20 things of food on the shelf thingy that we have here, but you might be able to fit like 5 or 10 on the one upstairs. We're gonna say upstairs, even though it's not really upstairs. It's, I guess, on the first floor of the compound or base, whatever you want to call this place. So we're gonna finish getting the last room here on the end down, so we can have our full kitchen. Yeah, I know you guys are probably gonna be screaming at me. You don't need that big of a kitchen. You only need like one little room. Actually, I'd probably say 2 rooms, like, you know, 2 side by side. Okay, so we got another woman. I don't. Again, I'm not gonna recruit anybody for a little bit because I don't really see why I need to recruit somebody this early. I mean, I'm sure someone will say, "Oh, but if you recruit this many people, you can send them out. You know, you don't have to feed them, and you know, there's free labor to go get you stuff." Then once they do one expedition. Yeah, expedition. We're gonna call it expedition. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm pretty sure I am. You know, so we'll send them out, and then recall them and not feed them. But actually, they take food, and you can't. And now in the newest update, you can't send them out until they have enough loyalty. So I feel like people were doing that at one point. You know, kind of sneaking their way in the game to get free labor, if you will. But now they have to have loyalty, and that takes, I think, 2 or 3 days in game. And that also takes a lot of your food and water and supplies, and it's, in the end, it's just not worth it to even try to do that, because you have to have a lot of people. Okay. Ooh, okay, we don't have enough water for mission, so we are not going to send one out. We're going to have to wait till it rains. We do have water, 26, which isn't bad, but it's not enough for a mission. We do have some food. We do need more. We only have 9. We have 9 fuel. That's pretty sure that's enough to last us 5 or 6 more days. Not 100% sure the like math on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 5 or 6 days, which isn't bad. Hopefully it's gonna rain sometime in that time, which will give us, I guess, the advantage of being able to get through this. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Who knows? So let's see. We want to upgrade output, but we can only upgrade durability and resistance. Yeah, I could build them both. I feel like, isn't durability like the health, and resistance is like damage reduction? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, can we upgrade the water filter? Decontamination. We can do that. That's good, because sometimes you'll get black rain, which contaminates your water supply and can get people sick. Efficiency is what we want, but we can't do that. But we can do durability and decontamination. Decontamination I would rather do than, I guess, resistance. I guess that is resistance in a way, because it is resisting stuff. Now, I know one of you are going to yell at me, "Oh, why'd you send her up in the dust storm? She's going to die." She's not. She will take some damage, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think she'll get any radiation. That's when it rains. Okay, so I think we're going to call it. So, let me just look at my timer. Okay, so we're at the 24-minute mark or so. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the series. See you next time.